Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of NuStrength Sugar Babes. So on this show, we are all about freeing women from restrictive diets and helping them build a body that they actually love. So the problem that we see in the fitness industry is they trap women in these cycles of restriction, then binge, restriction, then binge. They also flog them with heaps of cardio and, ridiculous training like donkey kickbacks, and they never actually teach them how to properly strength train and build a body they love, and then teach them about food. So tonight I have my dear friend Melissa Collins on the show. She is a very special sugar babe. And I'll try and keep this short because I'll let you talk about it. But where do I even start? So we knew each other before we even bought into the gym, when we'd both decided that we wanted to compete. And then we bought into NuStrength and took over. And at that point in time, Mel was going through quite a hard time in her life, and her husband committed suicide. She was taking a lot of drugs, drinking a lot of alcohol. She was lost. And I remember you would come to our house in tears and wanting to kill yourself. And the thing is, you've had this incredible body transformation, but more incredibly, I think, is the life.
Yes, absolutely. I love my life now.
Yeah, that you've had. So it's tell the viewers a bit about what it was like for you before you started the NuStrength program. So what you were doing and how it affected your life.
I was a complete mess. I've been a complete mess pretty much all of my life. I've been addicted to drugs, alcohol. I've had a lot of violence in my life. I actually used to exercise a lot, still drinking, taking drugs and exercising, but it was training like cardio 6 days a week for hours and hours on end, never strength training. I wouldn't eat good food, and I felt like crap. I felt really shitty all the time.
The binge eating. I remember you were just a massive binge eater.
Massive. I used to binge on everything: alcohol, drugs, even cigarettes. But the food was a terrible, massive cycle, an ongoing cycle of binging one day and then starving myself the next day. Because I wasn't giving my body the food that it actually needed for my brain to function. And I totally think that it's the food that you put in your mouth is the way that you feel. I mean, I was exercising and I was still doing dumb shit, like binging and drinking. And I wasn't eating the right food. I'd rather not.
Did you do it twice?
I did. I did it twice, yeah. I did it for, honestly, you trash your body for 6 months or sometimes longer for that half an hour on stage that you feel terrible. I look back now and I used to think, God, I look so good. But I look back now and I look at photos of me now and photos of me back then, and I look terrible. I look like shit. And because of that, my eating for the last 2 years since I've competed it's good now that I'm on the NuStrength program, but I still have an unhealthy relationship with food because of that, And
it's interesting. You and I were just talking about that before, you're so great. You do, you eat over 2,000 calories a day now, and you track all your food and you prep your food, and, you and I are going to work on, teaching you how to eat mindfully and eat off your plan and go out to dinner, because it's totally doable, and I do it every week. I'll track everything during the week because I think it's good to be organized and be prepared, and you need to fuel your body for your training, for your work. And then on the weekend, I'll eat more mindfully, and, I'll sometimes go out for dinner, and I'll even have a glass of champagne. So it is doable to be, I think, in good shape. And because I think once you've got a good understanding of food, and you've got the knowledge behind you, and you know how to listen to your body, which you do now, you can do it. You'll be able to do it.
And I'm not obsessed with weighing myself like I used to be. I was always weighing myself, and I did a scan today, only because it's the beginning of the year, but I'm not going to scan again for probably 3 months because I don't need to. I don't need to rely on those numbers on the scale. I look at myself in the mirror and I think I look amazing. I sleep well at night. I'm always in a good mood. I have heaps of energy. I don't need anything else.
Oh,
I train 3 days a week, for 45 minutes.
And I remember when you first came into the gym, when you first started strength training, like talk about where your lifts have gone, because we talk a lot about getting women strong and teaching them how to strength train, because that's what's going to transform your body. So how much have you added to your deadlift and your squat and your bench since you started?
Oh, heaps. When I first came to NuStrength, I couldn't lift. I thought I could because,
you couldn't squat, remember?
I couldn't squat. I couldn't, but I'm still working on lifting. I had a fear of squatting, and every time I would go to train and it was squat day, I would cry on the way there. I would be nervous. Craig would be there like, come on, mate, you could do this. You've done harder shit than this. You just got to squat. I'm like, you know what? That's true. And I beat the squat because I consistently thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to beat it. I'm not going to let this beat me. And now I'm going through that with deadlifting, and it's so exciting.
Yeah. What's your deadlift now? What can you deadlift now?
My max deadlift in Bali, I think, was 80 kilos.
Yeah. Just come a long way, and you squat too.
Yes. My squat. I love squats now.
It's amazing. You're so scared of it.
But when I first went and strength trained as well, I was always focused on, I want to lift heavier than that person. I want to lift heavier than that person. And I was always going for high numbers, I want to squat 90 kilos. But I wasn't squatting properly. It was strip everything back and learn to do it properly. And you love it. You don't get injured. It's the process.
Do you feel, because you don't binge eat anymore, and that used to be a massive thing, do you feel free from that restrictive dieting? It's really freed you?
Yeah. But I give my body what my body needs now. That's why I don't need to binge. I eat sugar where I always cry. Oh my God, your dog just jumped on me. I'm looking after your dog. Thank you.
And I think, how much body fat have you dropped since starting? About 15%, 10 to 15%, I think.
Yeah, I think it's about 13%.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. And your weight?
Again, I'm not really focused on the numbers. So when people say to me, what do you weigh? I have no idea. I don't know, because it doesn't matter to me. It's the way I look and the way I feel. More importantly, the way I feel. That's the most important thing,
I think it's really freeing, to finally, I used to be the same. I'd get on scales, and if I weighed more than 62.5 kilos, like the world was ending. And now I'm like 72 kilos, 75, and I just don't even care anymore.
No.
Yeah, because you get to eat real fucking food that you actually like.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm not obsessing, and, the most important thing is feeling good, and I get that from the food I put in my mouth, not from, running 5 kilometers or,
showing yourself on the treadmill,
eating 1,100 calories or whatever stupid shit I used to do, If I get hungry now, sometimes I'll get hungry and I'll get, I just don't feel right. I increase my calories.
Yeah.
I don't decrease them and then go for a run for half an hour. I still only train 3 days a week for 45 minutes, but I am increasing my food.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Why would you not want to do that and feel good at the same time?
And sometimes I'll think about, because we get a lot of women come through our program, and they fill in these forms for us, and they talk about where they're at now and what they've done, and they talk about, oh God, I'm eating 1,200 calories and the green vegetables and the nuts and the seeds. Can you ever imagine going back to doing that?
No.
I can't even.
Kale smoothies. I used to have kale smoothies. Why? And chia seeds and just shit.
It's crazy, hey? And imagine if you saw you, your current self, met you 2.5 years ago, so before you joined NuStrength, what advice would you give to yourself?
Stop running, eat more food, eat more sugar and dairy. I eat
just eat.
Yeah, I eat like a normal person. I don't diet. I don't restrict myself from anything now.
Yeah. So good. And, there'll be a lot of women watching this, and some of the objections that we get, some of the most common objections is, one, you know, we get a lot of mums, and I know you're a mum yourself, is they don't feel that they are worth spending the money on and investing in. What would you say to a woman who is thinking that?
I would say is it worth not sleeping properly every night and being cranky with your kids, you know, not having energy to look after your kids? Is all that worth, you know, you'd spend an hour a week prepping your food for the week if you need to, you know, so you've got more time with your kids, you're in a better mood, you sleep better at night.
Yeah. And the other main objection we get is money, that they don't have the money to invest in themselves. I remember when you started our program, you know, you were, obviously we let you train in the gym for free for a period of time because your husband killed himself. So, you know, we thought we could try and help you, but then eventually you paid us.
Yeah.
But, you know, you'd only just started working, and you know, for you, that was quite a lot of money to invest.
This is the first thing that I pay for, like my gym, because without the gym and my planning that I get from you guys and teaching me how to eat, well, I'm not the best me that I can be. You know, I wouldn't be good at work. I, you know, wouldn't be good for my kid. I wouldn't make a good partner. And, you know, it's everything relies on that food that you put in your mouth. Honestly, I can't stress enough that what you eat determines how you feel every day. Like, I used to take sleeping tablets every night. I don't take any sleeping tablets anymore. I sleep right through the night. I wake up in the morning feeling amazing.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough, like, how worth it this is.
Yeah. And what about time? What about time? Like, women go, I don't have time.
You could do it while you're watching this video. It doesn't take time. Like, what about the time that you sit there on your phone, you know?
Three sessions a week too. Three sessions a week. That's it.
3 sessions a week.
Yeah, no more cardio. Yeah. No more hours.
You eat a shitload of food.
Yeah.
You don't train for hours and hours on a stupid treadmill. It's honestly, it's nothing. It is so worth it.
I think, you know, for a lot of women, it probably gives them time back.
Exactly.
They are always spending, you know, 5-6 days a week in the gym, and now it's cut down to 3 hours, sometimes a little bit more. For you, 45 minutes, because you're a machine and you just get through it. But look, thank you, Mel, so much for coming on the show. Like I said, like, your body transformation has been amazing, because you just look incredible now.
Thank you. I feel incredible.
And that's what matters. And you got a good tan too, obviously, where, you know, very much about getting the vitamin D.
Yes, absolutely. I can't go without my vitamin D every day now.
You feel so much better, don't you, when you get sun? Yeah. You feel so much more healthier.
Sun, good food,
and lifting. Good
training
people.
3 days a week.
So amazing. I think everyone's just happier when they can eat more food. Like, no one wants to starve.
Absolutely.
Life is too short to starve.
That's right. Yeah. And when you feel good and you have more energy and you get loads of sleep, you want to do more stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to actually do life, I think. You want to focus on the things that matter. Yeah. You're not so obsessed about food and it just consumed. I felt really consumed before by it. Now I just feel free.
Yes.
Like, so much freer.
Yeah.
But Mel, thank you so much for coming on the show and being so open and sharing your story with women. And, you know, if you're listening to this now and you're a woman and you feel trapped by restrictive dieting, you know, you don't love the body that looks back at you and you want to build a body that you love, click on the link below and put in an application to work with us, and let us free you. Let us free you and let us, you know, help build a strong body like Mel's, and sleep through the night and have great, look at those guns.
That's only training 3 days a week.
Amazing.
45 minutes.
And squatting. You got to do the arms, as Jake says. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thanks so much, Mel. And I will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.